Oh, you taking, huh? Funny how I see y'all breaking up.
Wanna make sure you choose best. He a sous chef, hold up.
Let me cook. Let me cook. I ain't in the kitchen, but I still cook dishes.
5-course meal, want some, come get it.
I've been on the road, yeah, I've been Michelin.
Everything I dish, 3-star Michelin. Cut through like butter with a hot knife.
3 blacks, 2 kids, and a hot wife.
Mama said don't say it if it's not nice.
I ain't gonna say it.
I'm optimistic.
Why you so picky?
Try not to nitpick.
This ain't no fast food.
This ain't no picnic.
Hop off my wave, girl.
This ain't your ripstick. Whoa. Am I too saucy? Am I too frosty? That's 2 yeses.
I love your body, lipstick glossy. Chef's kiss. Oh, you taking, huh? Funny how I see y'all breaking up.
Wanna make sure you choose best. He a sous chef, hold up.
Let me cook. Let me cook.
Check please.
I got a bill, I don't know for the split.
All in the wrist like a walk in a whisk.
Coming in hot like a pot when it hits.
I got a Nick, I'll be watching 6.
Gotta admit,
Iconic duo, that's Connor and Nick.
put to the test and we pop like a quiz.
Asking for more like they Oliver Twist. Do they really think I'm the GOAT?
Yes, chef.
Do I got it under control?
Yes, chef. Can I get a little of those? I don't mean to impose.
Sorry, kitchen is closed.
Yes, chef.
Am I too saucy? Am I too frosty? That's 2 yeses.
I love your body, lipstick glossy. Chef's kiss. Oh, you taking, huh? Funny how I see y'all breaking up.
Wanna make sure you choose best. He a sous chef, hold up.
Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook.
What is up? How we doing? What a wild week. Listen, best week I've had in a while as far as picking the games go. If the Bucks can either win or lose by less than 9 points tonight, and the game doesn't exceed 45 points, I want a nice wager. Because I only had 3 games wrong all week, so I'll win my pick'em high score. How about you guys? You guys do any of the pick'em high score, like pick'em leagues where you have to pick all the games? I don't like those. I suck at them generally. I'm not great at picking games, but this week's slate I thought it was a pretty clear cut to me. Although that Dolphins game was a lot faster. Bucks with a return. That Bills Dolphins game was a lot quicker, or a lot closer than I wanted it to be. Crazy thing about that game was, dude, Bass misses an extra point. We're talking. We had a bunch of people over here. And we're like, he's gone. Fire him. Like, he shouldn't even kick the rest of the game. Just go for 2-point conversions. Let's just get rid of him. Like, he has missed so much this year. And then what does that dude do? Bass, against another fish, the dolphin. Oh, not a fish. Kicks a 61-yarder. It was wild, dude. One of my favorite games endings I've ever watched. D-Hop looks real good. It was my only bet I hit tonight so far. I bet D-Hop to score a touchdown, 15 to win 50. It was on a boost, live boost. Good luck, everybody. We're gonna rip. How did everyone do with fantasy? Are you like me, just scraping for wide receivers? In one league, I lost Kirk, Godwin, and Diggs on one team. All on one team. They're gone. Done for the year. I'm like playing, and you know what? I'm not mad. Darnell Mooney came through for me. Who else? My receivers came through, but when your quarterback throws for 4 points, running backs are just not like my strong point because I want heavy wide receiver thinking, all right, wide receivers constantly coming through on these. In my opinion, there was better value this year in a lot of the middle rounds. Jeez. Trey McBride finally gets a touchdown. Rushing, of course, because that's everyone had Trey McBride's first touchdown of the year was going to be week 9 as a rushing touchdown, right? That's how we drafted him in fantasy, right? He was like the third tight end off the board. 3rd and 1, big play here. I don't think it's too late in the game that I'll ruin anything for anyone. It's a horse collar. Yeah, it was. I know, but he's scoring points, dude. Mooney's scoring points. I love it. He's been, but that's who you're left with, Chris. When you have Christian Kirk, Stephon Diggs, and Chris Godwin all out for the season, you play dudes like Mooney and pray he continues to tear up. But yeah, dude, is the league not wild right now? Niners and Steelers had off, which, you know, two teams that don't realize how much I've been following this year. But, I mean, Texans just get, I don't want to say shellacked, but like, the Jets back on and track in the win column over the Texans. I mean, someone said, text me, do the Texans suck again? And I'm like, I just don't think it's worked out the way they wanted it to this year. You know, they're not falling apart like the Colts are, but. Oh, did McBride have another rushing TD? So he still hasn't caught one on the year. Is that what you're telling me? I was worried maybe I missed. There's a Tank Dell rated rookie. He was all right. Dude, can I just tell you, I know not everyone agrees, but the Kelly Green jerseys are disgusting, especially when a running back does a spin move and then a reverse hurdle. Tavius Robinson there. Dude, is like Saquon just like ready to rock? Josh Jacobs, let it up. Best tutties. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. No more are they best tutties. Dude, what do you guys got? You guys got you guys still have the Chiefs winning this? Are you going to change your vote if the Bucks score here? Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I don't know what to think of him. I still think the Jets, the Bengals, two teams that could really turn it around yet. Oh, I saw something on my phone I don't want to see. So, yeah, so the Jets take down the Texans Thursday night. Bills taking down the Dolphins barely. The Ravens absolutely just decimated the Broncos. 41-10. Derrick Henry just setting records. I mean, Bo Nix scored a touchdown as a receiver. Is that Otten? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Isn't that crazy? Well, I would say it's probably Kate Otten at this point. So, I mean, look at this stat line, though. I mean, Bo Nix, 19 for 33, 223, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Cortland Sutton had the touchdown pass of the game to Bo Nix. Also, in the rushing department, they have nothing going. Bo Nix was 6 for 36. Williams had 12 carries, 42 yards. Broncos are just, I think they just need some time. I think Nix is probably the answer there. They need to put a few pieces in play. But Zay Flowers, 5 catches, 127 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's a dangerous combo when you have Derrick Henry that had 106 yards and 2 TDs himself. They did get a new toy this week, Deontay Johnson. I don't think he played. So, I mean, right now, I mean, what was Lamar's stats? I want to see this quick. Lamar had 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He did have a fumble. He didn't lose it. But how about this? For all the haters that kept saying Lamar Jackson's a running back, he only had 3 carries for 4 yards. So he was able to only throw the ball 19 times, have 280 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. That's just efficiency. His passer rating was a perfect 158.3. Highest passer rating you can get. He now holds the record for most seasons, most games with a perfect passer rating when they played at least, like, I think it was like 10 eligible games or something. Didn't Andrews have 2 touchdowns last week, though? I thought Mark Andrews had 2 last week. We were talking about this. I had a bunch of people over. Melissa, my sister, was like, Mark Andrews sucks. I'm like, I think he scored 2 touchdowns. Or was that last week or the week before? Desmond Ritter got in a game I didn't even know. Didn't even know he was on the Raiders. I learned that yesterday. There's a Rashee Rice. What's this? Oh, DeMarcus Ware. It looked like it was going to be a hit or something. Nick Chubb. There's a John Mechie. Bruce. There's a Will Levis. Don't know if we're going to see him much. Herman Moore. Anthony Richardson. This is interesting. Now, I think they've put themselves in quite a position, the Indianapolis Colts. Let's jump down to that game because that was the night game. I mean, Flacco was 16 for 27, 179 yards. That's not good. He threw no touchdowns. He had one interception, was sacked 3 times, 2 carries for -1 yards. I mean, they got beat 21-13. It sounds like that Anthony Richardson situation rides a little deeper than what we knew. Players were asking for Flacco to be put in. That led to that decision. Anthony Richardson pulling himself out of the game certainly did not bode well, I don't think. I don't know. I think that so huge day tomorrow. Let's talk about it. Trade deadline. Big day, trade deadline. Does Anthony Richardson get traded tomorrow? Do we see Anthony Richardson go to the Raiders? Is that a possibility? Does Anthony Richardson go to the Raiders? Now that the Rams won, let's talk about that. LA Rams on a 3-game win streak since they said they were going to trade Cooper Kupp. What was the score of that game? It was close, right? Overtime, 26-20. What did that look like? Stafford, 25 for 40 out of 44, 298, 2 touchdowns. He did have an interception. Cooper Kupp, 11 for 104. Denard Robinson was the one with 2 touchdowns. It is Demarcus Robinson, sorry. Demarcus Robinson. Puka Nacua with a Puka punch. He got kicked out of the game. How about the Nick Mullins tonight? Jalen Weidermeyer. I will tell you this. So we have a TV outside hooked up where we watch the games when it's nice enough, and it was nice enough. I love watching football outside. It feels kind of like you're at the game a little bit. But man, we had someone smoke ribs and bring them yesterday. Oh man, nothing's better than some smoked ribs. We had some other stuff with barbecue. My wife made the best macaroni I've ever had in my life, and I don't listen. My wife knows I don't compliment her for just to make her feel good. If I say it, it's true. Dude, she did this new macaroni recipe. This goes out to the Colts, by the way, out of 99. It's going to be you, Richard. I know they did. They said they weren't trading Kupp 2 weeks ago, but there was, I guess, a lot of still calls going on, and there were a lot of offers. I don't know if they were playing hardball. You know how teams do that, right? Teams are never trading. Ooh. Third down sack. So Chris, is there any other? Have you looked up? I'll look up between boxes. Hail. They had to close the roof in Arizona. That's awesome. They have one. I don't know why the Bills aren't doing that. This goes out to Jamie. You got the Karlaftis, and then Xavier Hutchinson goes out to the Houston Texans. 1 out of 10. It's going to be Corey Humphrey. What do we got here? Sky Moore. It will go to the Chiefs. In the Chiefs uni. Out of 75. Another one for you, Jamie. Off the mini spot. And Drake London. Did he have a touchdown yesterday? I mean, I think Kirk Cousins went off, didn't he? Falcons, did you see the video of Dak Prescott just saying, we suck, we fucking suck? I mean, he's out for multiple weeks. Yeah, Drake London had a touchdown. Mooney had a tutty. Kirk Cousins, 3 touchdowns, no INTs. He had a passer rating of 144.8. Fantastic. Bijan getting back at it, 19 for 86. Mooney, 5 for 88 and a touchdown yesterday. Great game from him. Drake London only had 2 targets, 2 catches, 27 yards, caught them both. Kyle Pitts, 1 for 11 yards. Kyle Pitts, is he the biggest letdown in tight end history? Did he say that before he got hurt? That, like, we fucking suck. And then he got hurt? Because I'm wondering, like, is it kind of one of those things like, fuck this team, I'm done. Like, it just seems so convenient that he gets all that money and just, look, I know he says he doesn't care about the money. I don't believe him. Or he wouldn't have played that game right before the season started. Shame on Jerry, like Jerry Jones though, for feeding into that behavior. I mean, I know a lot of teams do it. It's not just Jerry Jones, but I'm gonna look up NFL trade deadline rumors. Let's see. Latest news, rumors. Let's see here. What are we looking at? Saints could be trading off now that they fired their coach. Could you see a deal with like Kamara? Is there anybody going after a running back? Could Kamara get moved? I know he's up for a contract soon. So that's like best players available to trade deadline. Chase Young from the Saints, former Washington. Defensive end Zadarius Smith from the Browns. Azeez Ojulari for the Giants. I know they said the Bills were going after him. Let me see if I can find any more quickly before we open the score. Emmanuel Forbes possibly on the trading block. That Baron Browning seems to be a big one. Chiefs eyeing Marshawn Lattimore. And everyone's just talking about how the Saints players could all be on the trading block. Does he have he just signed an extension. Did he get one? So he's not going. He wants to be there. Yeah, Rich, I just read that Lattimore to Kansas City. Man, Otten just eating tonight. I always liked him. Jake Ferguson. I mean, we're going into week 10. I mean, we are past the halfway point, right? Are the Eagles catching fire at the right time? They look so good. Here we got a Javon Bullard, safety for the Packers, going to be Jeff Guffey. If they were smart, they'd have on the phone Marino tomorrow. He couldn't be any worse than Dak Prescott. And, like, I'm not just hating on Dak. Here's the thing. I have Dak in a lot of leagues. Like, I felt like he was going late enough. He was a possibly safe option. He wasn't. Sorry, I didn't mean to cough in the mic there. Rashawn Gary for the Packers. Really? Where'd he go to college, Jamie? Do you know? Josh Allen threw his second pick of the season, but it really honestly wasn't his fault. It went off. There's a Penix. It went off the receiver's hands. It was Keon Coleman. He had some Bills fans upset. Hate on who, Rich? Oh, on Dak? He deserves it. Dude, I have yet to meet, like, a Cowboys fan that really likes Dak Prescott. And I'm talking, like, locally. I know a bunch of lifelong Dallas fans, and this is before the extension. They were like, they better not sign Dak. They better not sign Dak. I'm like, you gotta do it. They're gonna do it. Here we got a Roman Wilson. He a rookie at a 35. Oh, we can talk a little bit about, there's Drake May. Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's look at the stats of that. Xavier Worthy. I didn't watch any of the other games yesterday. I just watched the Bills game. That's part of the reason I'm going through all these games. Oh, did he, Jamie? So he's stuck in the area. Does anyone, Chris, what did you think, like, with the Bears game? What happened there? Because the Arizona stats were all, I was like 29-9. why did Kyler Murray only get me 4 points? Well, I mean, dude, what the hell happened? Because he played worse than Caleb Williams did. He was 13 for 20 and 154 yards. Got sacked 3 times. Only carried the ball twice for 6 yards. Passer rating's not great because he didn't turn it over. He had a lost fumble. 88.3 passer rating. Yet somehow they just really tore up. Caleb Williams wasn't bad. He completed over half his passes. 217 yards. No turnovers. No fumble. Higher passer rating than Murray. No, it wasn't. He had a 68.9. Odunze with 104 yards. He outperformed Marvin Harrison Jr., who was 2 for 34. Yeah, aren't you glad? Like, I was glad I didn't go to the Texans game this year, Chris. That's true, Roger. He can stop giving that Cowboys that false midseason approach. Cowboys fans were like, Super Bowl, baby, like the Bills get every year. Although, I'll tell you this, that Bills team right now seems very connected. They don't seem like they have distractions. I'm not sure what's going on with Amari Cooper. I heard he was injured, then I heard it was a disciplinary issues. I don't know. Did anyone hear anything about that? Miles Sanders out of 50. Is that what they did? Just ran the ball down the throat. Connor had 18 carries, 107 yards, sorry. DeMarcado was 4 for 59. Benson 8 for 37. There's a Jaden Daniels. Spencer Rattler, Drake May. Yeah, it looks like they did too, looking at it now. Anybody hit any big bets this weekend? All right, here we go. Josh Allen. Going into yesterday's game, I was actually kind of surprised about this. Josh Allen was the favorite on the betting odds to win MVP with Lamar Jackson second, where I honestly, last year I did not think Lamar Jackson deserved the MVP. Like I said, I thought there were many other people. I think as of right now, he should be. If it ended today, he'd have my vote. But putting Patrick Mahomes at number 3 on the betting odds is so weird. Just because I'm not saying they're not undefeated, they're not finding ways to win game. I just don't necessarily think it's because of him right now. We all know how good he is. I'm not arguing that he's not good. He's not an MVP, but dude, how is he number 3 on the odds? There are guys playing a lot better than him. Roger, it is nuts. And I'll tell you what, I bet Ray Davis to score yesterday, but did you see him tear it up? I mean, he tore it up. We have options. That's the crazy thing. Another flag on a good... I gotta see it. These flags are out of control. Oh, face mask on the offense. That's interesting. You don't see that often. Then again, it is a Chiefs game. Let's see it. We probably won't see their replay on that one. Here we go. Oh my gosh, he didn't even touch his face. He didn't even touch his face. That's why, maybe a hold. Certainly not a face mask. That is wild. Leave it to the Chiefs game. Trey Benson. There's a Bo Nix. Another for the Packers. Marshawn Lloyd, running back. Cards are winning the West. Well, let's look at this right now. Jamie, that makes me want to start doing that. Thank you for bringing that up. I wanted to go ahead, and we didn't do all the games, but let's look at standings. There is a scenario. We'll start with the AFC East just because that's popped up first. I like this mix because we get to hang out a little bit. I hope you guys are all right with that. I miss you guys. I miss doing breaks after football games, talking the games. I love doing this. It's like the way I kind of go through the week. I did not watch Good Morning Football today, so I didn't get to hear any of their takes. But the Bills are 7-2. And then the Jets are 3-6, the Dolphins are 2-6, the Pats are 2-7. I heard that last night there is a scenario where there's a nice Jaden Daniels where the Bills can actually clinch this month. That would be a wild. And someone's like, "Would you want that to happen?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think so." I said, "We're not going to sit our players, but we can rest players then, unless we're going for first place, which if we lose to the Chiefs, but for some way we get an early clinch, I say just start resting guys. Let them, don't get them hurt." There we go. Brian Robinson Jr. Roger, I mean, look, I've seen bad calls on both teams of every game all season long. The officiating has been abysmal this year, but there are times where I'm just like, come on, can you make it a little less obvious? We know who you like. And then we head over to the North, AFC North. Steelers 6-2. They're actually ahead of the Ravens 6-3. Steelers head off this week. The Bengals 4-5 on a nice little win streak now. They're getting it back together. And the Browns 2-7. Browns done. Let's just check them off. Let's check off the Pats. I don't think I can quite check off the Dolphins yet, but it's not looking good when you're 2-6. That third win for the Jets and that roster gives them a little bit more hope. But Steelers and Ravens and Bengals all very much alive. And this is interesting here. You ready for this? How about the AFC South? We got the Texans, Colts, Titans, and Jags. And honestly, with the injuries and the way things are going, right now I probably like the Jags the most out of those four teams. Because the Colts are falling apart. They're 4-5. The Texans are 6-3, but have now lost Diggs for the season. Nico's not back. He hasn't been back. I don't know when he's coming back. I think it's still them. It's still the Texans. But Stroud, got to put some things together. They should walk away with that division. Because, I mean, listen, the Jags aren't catching them. And I don't think they're going to bring more than the division winner. I don't think they're going to have a wild card team. You mean the Super Bowl? They sure look good, don't they? Marvin Harrison Jr. The Ravens certainly look fantastic. They look like they're all playing on a different level. They look fast. They look faster than every team they play. They just look succinct. Like they're in it to win it. Again, got to stay healthy. Derrick Henry's got to stay healthy. So again, right now, I think it's the Bills' division to win. I think even though the Steelers playing well, I mean, I don't know. I want to see the Steelers-Ravens play together. And then the South is just kind of falling apart. And then we got the West. Chiefs 7-0, maybe getting their first loss tonight. Probably not. We know how that's going to go. And then you got the Broncos and the Chargers, both 5-3, 5-4. I mean, that's the Chiefs division, right? It's got to be. This is a bad, bad man. There's another Jaden Daniels. Let's just go to this card. What is this? Out of 35, Kurt Warner artist proof for the Rams. There we go. Mike Haralambous. Very cool card, Mike. Love me some Kurt Warner. So, I mean, that sums up the AFC. Let's go over to the NFC, see what's going on. How about, to me, got to be the surprise team of the year? Their coach has got to be the coach of the year currently. Like, if it ended now, we got to get their coach as coach of the year. They were not expected to win 5 games. They already got 7 wins. And then the Eagles are behind them at 6-2. Cowboys 3-5. Giants 2-7. Are we right in the are Cowboys done? Rich, you're in here. What do you think? Are we writing the Cowboys off, especially now that Dak's done, or do they bring in one of these backup quarterbacks to just tear up and change it around? I'll let Rich answer that when we go on to the craziest division in the NFL. One stronger than I've seen in a long time. We got the Lions at 7-1, the Vikings at 6-2. We have the Packers at 6-3, who just lost a crazy game to the Lions. I mean, it was probably closer than the score would lead you to believe. And then the Bears at 4-4, who you can't put them out of it yet. They should be excited for next year. Get a year under Caleb Williams' belt, but I wouldn't mark them out yet. There's a chance that division could put in 3 wild cards, but probably not because of the West. We'll get to that division in a minute. But that North is like their games are fun to watch. There's a nice Patrick Mahomes 1 per pack. And how about a Neil Anderson gold out of 50 to Chicago? Chris, you got your Bears rigged. No trade. You got him in the random. Look at that. Season was over in August. Rich, I kind of feel for you, man. Like, I don't, because I don't, like, love the Cowboys. But, yeah. I feel for the people I like. I like you, Rich, so I do feel for you. The Panthers are quitting the NFL and joining the WNBA. Didn't they win yesterday? I'm pretty sure the Panthers won yesterday. Although they play the Giants this week, and the Giants are actually favored. Bucks need this win tonight, because let's move on to the... Ooh, we might have another auto here. The Falcons are leading that NFC South. Like, the South are the crap divisions, it looks like. There's a McCarthy of the league. How about Cooper DeJean for the Eagles, by the way? I saw Cole Bishop, and I thought Cooper DeJean for a minute, but that dude's tearing up. Anyhow, Falcons 6-3, Bucks 4-4, and then the Panthers 2-7, Saints 2-7. They just fired Dennis Allen. The Saints are mailing it in. The Panthers are obviously done. Just wild. The Bucks, I mean, and one team's getting in from that division. So it's the Bucks or the Falcons. So this is a big game for the Bucks. We got a 5th autograph, and it is for the Houston Texans. Corey, another one out of 50. So that, man, we've been getting lots of extra autos in this. The Neil Anderson was out of 50, so was this. It was a 47 out of 50 and a 39 out of 50. We should do more Pack Wars with Score. That's a fun box to do Pack Wars with. Jamie, Chris, Rich, Roger. Who else is in here? About those 4. Jeremy Wilson was in here earlier. I appreciate you guys chatting. I really do. I miss it. Look, I've said I wouldn't force breaks down our throat, so I haven't been. But I got excited that we were going to do this tonight. I really did. I saw it, like Chris posted that mini. I'm like, dude, we might rip this tonight for Monday Night Football. I was excited for this game, actually. And I was hoping we could rip some cards for it. Obviously, it's a AFC, NFC team. I almost always root for the NFC team, just, for playoff scenarios, things like that. But I do enjoy watching Baker Mayfield play. We got our 101 short print here. Oh, yeah, it's going to be interesting, Roger. Some of these players, if they decide to start playing. Joshua Carte. Remember, current team. Some of these might have to get random. He's going to go to the Rams. LA Rams. Is he one they just picked up? Chiefs driving. Down 7. That was out of 5, by the way. This one out of 10, and it is going to be an NIL. Jacob Zeno. We will double check, as we always do. Yep, UAB. Oh, they're having a good season, right? Aren't they, like, having a hell of a season? And then we got a Roe Torrance, 25 out of 25. It's not going to be the Giants, though. I don't think, Roger. I think we're going to see the Panthers possibly get that pick again. I really do. I mean, look, the Panthers are underdogs in a game to the Giants. This is Chicago Bears. Another one for you, Chris. Did you know that? He's Chicago Bear. Michigan's worst loss in 2 years. That's another program that is just falling apart. Jordan Whittington, 9 out of 10. Offsetting penalties. This goes out to the Rams. How do you guys feel about offsetting penalties when one's like a personal foul and one of them's like a 5 yard, so it could be like a 40-yard penalty and a 5-yard penalty, and they just offset. Do you guys like that? You have their second round pick. That'd be good for you. Jonathan Brooks. That's a good one. Carolina. Jesse Bushel. That is a 2 out of 2. Jonathan Brooks. We the People card. Very, very cool looking card. There you go. Who was that? Who ran that? Was that Hunt? Wow, he got beefy. You think that that's why they're playing Jones? You truly think it's just a Jones issue? It doesn't have anything else to do? Jerry Bohannon or Gary Bohannon? How do you say that? And that is for BYU Cougars, who previously played for South. Wait, they're both BYU quarterbacks that we pulled. Which one of them currently is on BYU? We got 2 to random up. Latu? We've looked this dude up before. I can't remember where he goes, though. I think that Jonathan Brooks is going to be our banger of the box. Indianapolis Colts here. Colts going out to Richard Myler. Yeah, but they might be trading off some of those pieces. Here's our 101. Good luck, everybody. Jaquez Petaway, 1 of 1. Fighter jets in the background. I like that card. I think we still have a case hit in this case. And there's, I want to say, 4 or 5 boxes left. I think it does have a case hit. Jaquez Petaway, Oklahoma Sooners. So we're going to have 3 cards to random up. Listen, go ahead, get your helmet guesses in now, guys. Get your helmet guesses in now. I'll get ready to do the recap. We will do 2 $5 hitless credits. I will pull our paper football for starting for week 10. But I'm going to give you a minute here to get your paper football guesses in. Oops. All right, here we go. This is what, our second helmet out of the... I think it's only our second one, isn't it? 4, 5, 6. No, we already did 2. Oh, yeah, we had 2 in a mix, I think. All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. $10 if anyone gets it right. $10 credit. Good luck, y'all. Oops. Got a seal. Woo! It's a good one. I like it. Is there something else in it? I know they do the bonus things, and this had a paper clip on it. Wonder why this had a paper clip. I've never seen that. This is a paper clip on. All right. He was an all-rookie team. Won the Walter Payton Award. He was a Divisions I receiving yards leader. Won the Jerry Rice Award. I'm just going to go do it. Are you ready? For the LA Rams. Cooper Kupp with the speed alternate. Or the speed rep, I should say. Cooper Kupp. I don't think I've ever pulled his helmet. His jerseys, but his helmet. I saw the paper clip. I was hoping, because you know when they do one of these like extra things, like the Mahomes jersey or the Henry Winkler or any of those, you get like a card in there, but there's not. I saw the paper clip. I was like, oh, come on, be something in there. Yeah, they wouldn't put it in there. That's just the Fanatics thing. That's pretty cool. I like it. Hey, I like it. That was not a bad break. So we have stuff to do yet, though. The Jonathan Brooks, obviously, one of the better cards with the helmet was nice. Let me get this moved over here. All right. So bunch of sleeved up stuff, obviously. We got the Kurt Warner for the Rams as well out of 35. Mike, you were not done. Jaden Daniels. We got the Sanders out of 50 for Carolina. Roman Wilson out of 35 for the Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers going out to Calkins. Rashawn Gary for the Green Bay Packers. Jeffrey Guthrie out of 100. And the Will Levis Optic. Here's our hits. We had Latu for the Colts. Indianapolis Colts. Going to be going out to, let me fix this, Richard Myler. We had, we'll save that one, Carty for the Rams, LA Rams. You were not done, Mike. We had the Jordan Whittington for the Rams as well. Good break for the Rams. And then Roe Torrance for the Chicago Bears. You weren't done yet, Chris. Jalen Petrie for the Houston Texans going out to Corey Humphrey, numbered out of 50. We did get 5 autos out of that box. And then the Neil Anderson out of 50 as well for Chicago Bears. Brian Robinson, not bad at all. For the Washington Commanders, it's going to go to Steven Kibler. Where'd he go to college? He wasn't a Penn State guy, was he? Marshawn Lloyd for the Green Bay Packers going out to Jeff Guffey. And then another one for him, Javon Bullard. We got the Drake London Atlanta Falcons, Jeremy Wilson getting that one. And the Sky Moore for the Kansas City Chiefs, that's out of 75. That goes out to Hitman. We have the Xavier Hutchinson for the Houston Texans. And then the George Karlaftis for the Kansas City Chiefs as well for you, Jamie. And for the Indianapolis Colts, lots of repeats in this. Jalen Weidermeyer. But again, the Robinson, the Neil Anderson, and of course there's Jonathan Brooks for the Carolina Panthers, Jesse Bushel. That's numbered out of 2, 2 out of 2. And then Cooper Kupp, LA Rams. All right, we got stuff to random off too. Let's do this first. 25, that's out of 10, 101. We'll do it this way. Actually, we'll go 1, 2, 3, based on, in my opinion, probably how value's going to go. Everyone's eligible for each card. We do it individually, as you know. Let's see. So, first one up is going to be the... No, I did this backwards. The out of 25 Bohannon. All right, min roll 5. Good luck, y'all. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. San Francisco 49ers. That is going to be Jonathan Felton. I'm sure he's watching the game right now, though. All right, next up, we are going to actually do the 101 next up just because I think that quarterback will end up being worth more. What up, Jeff? How you doing? I missed you the other night for baseball, too. You weren't in. We talked a lot of football, Jeff. We said big day tomorrow. Do you think anyone gets traded at the trade deadline big time? Who was that? Mahomes is down, though. Oh, that's not good. Ooh, he looked like he hyperextended his knee or something. Arizona Cardinals for that one. Sorry, I'm paying attention to the situation. Uh-oh. Oh, it didn't look good the way he did that. Arizona on that one. Oh man, this is a situation to fall. Dude, I hope he's not hurt because I've been looking forward to that Bills Chiefs game for all season. Oh, I forgot they have Carson Wentz. Is Wentz gonna win another Super Bowl? I mean, let's be honest. They just celebrated the last one they won, and it was what's his name got the statue, Peterson and Foles. That's my nightmare. I don't want that. I don't want to see that. That's so bad for the league. I truly mean that. I don't want to see Mahomes hurt. That's the last thing we can afford from a league this year. That's what I was kind of thinking. Wasn't it Foles? He was hurt for the playoffs. Indianapolis Colts are going to take it. They already have one marked here. Uh-oh. All right, now we'll do the two $5 hitless credits, then we'll do that paper football. Tripped over the line of scrimmage. Dude, you don't want to see that. Non-contacts are never good. He might have just like hyper. I mean, it didn't look like he tore his ACL or anything. Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills. Isn't that funny? $5 credit. That goes out to Jason Mello and Joshua Calkins, each winning 5. Everyone eligible for the Week 10 paper football. Here we go. Here we go. Good luck, everyone. The kids were. I fell asleep watching it, Chris. Was it good? The Niners are going to get the football. That is going to be Jonathan Felton. Let's see who he gets. I'll bring you guys back over. Here we go. Week 10. Did you like it, Chris? I'll let you. I didn't mean to draw two. You know what, Felton? I'm going to give you the Colts. But if you want the Giants, because they have the better record, let me know. I'll switch it out for you. So you let me know. But I'll put Week 10, Felton. I'm just going to give you the Colts because they have, I think, 4 wins, and I think the Giants only have 2. But your granddaughter loved it? It is pretty creative. From what I watched, like 25 minutes of it. I met on my anniversary trip this year, Chris. This is crazy. On my anniversary trip, my last summer, 10th year anniversary, Mahomes is walking around. That's good. We met a guy while he was waiting for his wife to do like this swing yoga. We got to talking to him, and he was like, "Well, I'm an actor. I'm in a few things." So he was in The Residency, I think it was. He was in a bunch of episodes of that. We saw him. And I was like, I thought he looked familiar. I thought I saw him before. And she's like, that's why I remember him in that show. And then he's like, I'm in Harold and the Purple Crayon. So he had a couple parts in Harold and the Purple Crayon too. But that was kind of cool. Mahomes is running. All right, guys. That's all she wrote for tonight. That was a fun break. It was fun hanging out. Jeff, sorry you didn't make it earlier. But enjoy the rest of this game. This is going to get crazy. 17-17. Appreciate y'all. Maybe back tomorrow for something.